Hi friends. So today for writing, we're going to talk about life cycle. So you will create a life cycle for your animal. I do want to start with a jellyfish one before I start with mine. So I was pretty amazed of how jellyfish are created. So of course, this is an adult Medusa jellyfish. The jellyfish releases an egg and sperm into the water, and they meet together. Then it turns into a planula larva, then a polyp, and this grows over the winter into a polyp hydroid colony. It's linked by feeding tubes, and then in the spring, it buds tiny jellyfish, and then they get bigger and bigger, and then the cycle goes all over again. The reason I wanted to show you that is because everything has a different type of life cycle. So I want to make sure that you research your life cycle and you create one, or write it down or draw it the way I did for your particular life cycle. So this is mine for a chameleon. So, and I have some notes. So females lay eggs and they bury them in a hole. So these are my eggs, even though it may not look like eggs. Some chameleons don't lay eggs. Instead, they give birth with up to 30 offspring. So the ones that don't lay eggs can give birth to 30 baby chameleons. That's a lot. That's why I made a circle around that. They hatch after 4 to 12 months, which is crazy because as a mom, I know that after 9 months, I'm going to have a baby. They can hatch anywhere between 4 months and 12 months, so they never know when they're going to hatch. And then they become baby chameleons, right? So after a few days, baby chameleons begin eating insects. I did make a star here to move this information up here because I wrote after 20 seconds of being born, a chameleon can change color. It's called chromatophores. And I underlined that because remember, we're making a glossary. After a year, they're mature and they can have their own babies. I then wrote an arrow this way and didn't realize that when a chameleon changes to a dark color, it's absorbing heat. And when it turns into a bright color, it's reflecting the heat. So that's how they regulate their body heat. Then I wrote other things that I found here. So in 3 to 10 years, the life cycle for a chameleon, they stay alive between 3 to 10 years when it's in captivity. That means that if you have one at home, it lives between 3 to 10 years. In the wild, they only live 2 to 3 years, and that's because of predators. Again, this is just very small details that I started writing about the life cycle when I was researching it. The same with the jellyfish. So this is what I want you to do. I just want you can draw pictures or write it, and then write little notes about it. This way, when we go back to writing what our end product is, you have notes that you can continue writing on. So I know that I have to go back and make sure that I have the definition for this. I want to go back and maybe talk a little bit about their body heat and how they regulate body heat. And as you see, when we edit and revise, when we're in the classroom with Mrs. Island, we start making these little notes to ourselves of how we're going to move information. So the same thing, even though this is nonfiction, we do the same thing for that. All right. Again, when we're doing research and you've seen your nonfiction books, we have illustrations to show us different things. And that's the difference between a nonfiction and a fiction. All right. If you have any questions, let me know. Can't wait to see your life cycles. Bye.